Welcome to Walking with Jesus Bible Study. We're going to be in the book of Job, chapter 26, verse 7. He stretcheth out the north over the empty place, and hangeth the earth upon nothing. I'll repeat that. He stretcheth out the north over the empty place, and hangeth the earth upon nothing. The earth was without form. It was empty, and it was void. Then God did his creation from nothing. He created something. He used his own breath to give life. And he gave all the beauty that's all around us. We have a very limited understanding of how this happened. We only know that God is all powerful, and with him everything is possible. Job had multiple hardships all at once, and although he was overwhelmed, he knew God had the power to provide refuge and strength. We got to remain hopeful in his plan for our lives. See, when God allowed the devil, when he offered him Job, he knew. He had faith in Job. He knew he would not deny him. He knew he would not curse him. So he had already made plans to double everything that he was going to take from him, because he knew his child. God knows everything from beginning to end, and the devil does not. And that's why he likes to try to take from us and try to get us to stumble, because you know what? He failed. He stumbled. And boy, did he stumble big time. He was a backstabber. He was jealous. Isn't it funny how very much of all the 10 Commandments are the very things that the devil did against God? Do not covet your neighbor's things. Do not envy. A lot of things that he did, God says you do not need to do. He is against you doing. Money. What is the very thing that the devil likes to tempt everybody? Things of this world. Why? Because we don't belong to this world. And he knows that. He knows that God's going to take us up there to be with him. We're going to live in the place that was meant for those angels that fell, that backstabbed God in the back. For Jesus says, in my Father's house there's many, many mansions. Who do you think used to live up in those mansions? The angels. But they betrayed God. And they stabbed him in the back. And we're going to go up there and take their place. A lot of the things that the devil did against God is the very things that God hates and loathes that we do. Lying, because the devil's full of lies. He just lies. He lied to all the angels. If he can convince angels to follow him and to think that he could be better than God, then just imagine why he just keeps on trying to do these things to you. But see, here's the thing. You're smarter. Yes, you're smarter. They may have been angels, but God has given you the power to overcome the enemy. He's given you the power to stomp on them. So just because they're just angels that's turned into these demons. See, the devil hasn't been to hell yet. He's still roaming to and fro on this earth, trying to steal, kill, and destroy and devour anybody that he can. And even though he cannot technically kill us, no, he cannot. It says it too many times in the scriptures where God allows him to do all kinds of things, but he cannot, touch us. He cannot actually kill us. He's going to try to kill, steal, and destroy. But evil can be in people, and evil people can kill things. But that's not the devil, my friend. We do that all of ourselves. Sometimes, you know what? We got to realize that we are of flesh. And that's why God says in the scriptures that you are of sin. You was conceived in sin. You was born of sin. Because your flesh is nothing but sin and evilness. Sometimes the very evil one that we are battling is ourselves. We like to blame the devil for a lot of things. Sometimes he doesn't have to do anything. He just sits back and lets us do our own thing. That we do his job for him. We cause the most evilest things. A lot of times he doesn't have to do nothing. We do it to our own selves. In fact, he simply doesn't do anything. We choose our own actions. We choose to do the things that we do. See, God gave us free will and free choice. We are free men. It is by our own choice that certain things happen in our life. Our choices causes evil of this world. We are our own evil one. We are the evil one that we have to conquer each and every single day. Why do you think God says deny yourself daily? Deny yourself daily. Because you are of sin. And sin is what? Evil. We are the evil one. We got to conquer ourselves. We got to conquer our spirit by walking in it. We are to deny ourselves, which is the flesh. If we keep on walking in our flesh, we're not conquering anything. The evil is consuming us. It's very easily done by loving the things of this world. It just keeps growing. The more things that you hold dear that belongs to of this world and of pride. See, that was another thing. The devil had pride. The beauty. Thought he was better. He was so beautiful. He could, and that's how he tricked most of the angels, but because of his beauty. They were just so amazed by his beauties. And that's what's wrong with this world today. We have made it to where we no longer interact with human beings, each other, that we're so busy on these social medias that we're all about, it's about me, but about me and my platform. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, 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 me. And all the selfies and everything, it's just, oh, look how beautiful I am, and all the pictures that everybody keeps taking to show everybody, so everybody can see them and who they are. It's all evil. We are our own evil one that we need to conquer each and every day. Only when we are walking in our spirits are we conquering the evil one. That's why the devil can sit there and whisper all kinds of things into your mind to cause doubt and fear to keep you in that flesh. If you're sitting there too busy admiring people who have bigger and better cars than you, you're staying in your flesh because you're coveting the things of your neighbors. You're admiring them. You want these things. You're not supposed to be worried about those things because these things are not going to be here. And you can't take them with you when you go. But your spirit has to go to one or two places. So are you feeding your spirit? Or are you feeding your flesh? And if you're feeding your flesh, you're feeding the wrong thing. Because the flesh will die. The only thing that truly needs to be fed is your spirit. Because it's that spirit that needs to live on. Feeding your flesh is only going to cause you death. When you feed your spirit, you're giving yourself life. Not only life here on earth, but everlasting life. Life that will live for eternity. You keep on feeding that flesh, you're just feeding yourself to death. You're creating yourself to be obese in the flesh, that you're just going to overeat to death. Starve